Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to do, first of all, I did get my hair cut and it's been almost a month since I've done a video because I lost my voice and I had real bad allergies. So anyway, just now getting back to doing this. My voice is coming back just a little bit. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a 4-point saddle. This is going to be just a continuation of this in my series. The next one will be 90s and there's nothing spectacular about what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to show you guys basic how to do a 4-point saddle. Now, there is many other, variations of this, like if you were to have a conduit run coming and then you need to go over something. All I'm doing today is just showing you guys how to do it. When I first started out doing this, nobody showed me how to do it. Kind of figured it out for myself, and I've used my method. It's no different than pretty much anybody else's. There's a little variation, and anyway, I'm just going to show you what I do. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty easy. I'm going to show you how to get over this. I got a little container we're going to go over. I still got my crappy table, so we'll probably take it outside to show you guys the final going over everything on the concrete, because that table I got is just crazy crap. Alright, so guys, like I mentioned before in my other videos, practice makes perfect. So what I did is I got a piece of conduit from the job that I was actually doing, a little side job, and they were throwing all this conduit away. I said, well, hey, let me get this piece so I can do my video. So I got a piece here. It's a piece of 1/2 inch. That's what I'm going to be working with. The measurements are pretty much the same on pretty much any conduit, but 1/2 inch is what I'm working with because it's easiest for me to bend in here. Don't have a whole lot of room in the garage, so without further ado, let's jump right on here and I'm going to show you guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top of this with a 4-point saddle. Now, before I told you guys, 3-point saddles is basically for anything that is round. Like I said before, I've seen people do it, 3-point saddle over top of something square. Now, not this pronounced square, but just something like a little beam or something about that wide. To me, that's kind of silly, but people do it all the time. I haven't seen it lately, because I'm kind of more in maintenance electrical now than I am a whole bunch of conduit running. But when I was doing it, in a lot of different plants, traveling around doing conduit runs and all that jazz, I saw that. I'm thinking, gosh, and I can't believe these people were actually hired. However, let's go ahead and get this started. So what we got a full stick of conduit right here, and this, like I said, it's used. You can see it's painted white on one side, and then where it was against the beam, it's just regular color. Now, we have to get over top this. Of course, you see my table is little cattywampus. Now, I know the measurement of this. It's 8.5 inches. So, roughly. Now, I always tell you that I like a little bit more space under mine for the reason, just from me, okay? Now, I'm going to make this pretty tight. Every measurement that I tell you, if you times it by 2, because my bends are going to be at 30 degrees both ways. Now, as I go along, I'm just kind of briefing you. I'm going to show you how to mark this pipe and how to get this pipe over top of this obstruction here. Now, what we're going to do, since we're just going right in the middle of this piece of conduit, all we really need to do is know how wide this thing is. Now, this thing right here is right at about 12 1/8. So, we know that we need at least 12 1/8 inches between the first 2 bends. So, having said that, let's go ahead and write. Let's just put 12.5 on there, okay? Just this to be just for a measure. So we'll start right here, and we'll put a right at 12.5. That should give us enough space. So you see, make sure one more time, measure twice, cut once. So we're going to go 12.5. So we should be good right there. We can actually go 13 if we wanted to, but I think 12.5 will be what we're looking for. All right. Now, we know that it's 8.5 inches. So it doesn't matter which way you go, but we know that we need 8.5 inches between these 2 marks. Now, the cosine chart says on 30-degree bends, you times it by 2. So 8.5 times 2 is 17 inches. So there's our first mark. So we're going to come back here 17 inches. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slide it down. This is our other mark, the one we first made, as you can see right here. And we're going to go ahead and do it another 17 inches. So we'll put a mark out here at 17. And this will be our second bend. So when we put it in the bender, I'm going to show you. So this is the space you need to get over top of this obstruction right here. So these first two bends, when we put it in the bender, as you see my marks, the shoe or the hook will both be facing this open gap right here, okay? Both of them will be facing each other when you do it. So this is just basically an offset. So we're going to put it in here. We're going to use the arrows, and we're going to pull down to 30 degrees. Real easy. All right, let's do this, guys. All right, I'll go down to 30. That looks about right. All right, and then we'll have to take it out of the bender, obviously. And we'll find our mark, 17-inch mark, which we probably should draw a little line around here so we know. Now, I would use pencil, especially if this is out in the open. I know I said before, I never did, but guys, it would look better, obviously, if you did use pencil so you can erase your marks or whatever you want to do. All right, so we flip the pipe over, as you can see. All right, we're going to slide down this pipe. Make sure there's no dog leg. And we're going to pull this one also to a 30 degree. All right, there is our first bends. Now, what we're going to have to do, this is the way it was sitting on the table, just like this. Now remember, here's our first two marks. And I told you the hook has to be facing each other. So all we're going to do is we're going to turn the bender around, and we're going to put the mark right on the arrow, correct? And we're going to pull this down to 30. Just like so. And then we'll have to obviously flip it around again to our second mark, put it back in the bender. Side it and pull it down to 30. So this is a really big 4-point saddle, you know, but it will work. I literally have not tried to get over the top of the box. Take you outside, guys. I'm going to show you, and hopefully it'll go right over top of it now. I believe it will. So let's take it out there and see what we got. So let's see. So there you go, pretty cut and dry. It touches on both ends. It looks pretty good. You got just a little bit, you probably got, judging from what I see, you got right at about 1/8 of an inch maybe play. You really, I personally don't like it touching. As you can see, it's not, because I can rock it back and forth. So, but anyway, looks good. All right, so there it is. All you got to do, guys, is remember, you need to measure the width of your obstruction, or the length of it, whatever you want to say it is. And that is what it will be. Put your marks on it and see the depth of it. So if it was 8 inches, it'd be 16. If it was 9, it'll be 18 between the two marks. Cosine chart says for a 30 degree multiplier, it is ×2. So always remember that. Now, like I said before, if you want to see me do anything on the cosine chart, just kind of brief you on it. If you don't know what it is, I will definitely do a video. You know, shoot me a comment down below and I'll do that for you guys. The next video will be a 90, and yeah, so I'm just going to do the basic 90s. I'll do 2 different 90s. I'll do like basically a short 90, just, you know, the close 90, and then I'll do like a, let's just say a 12-inch 90, so you guys will see how to do that. So guys, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.